The salutatorian has the second highest average in the graduating senior class. This year's salutatorian has an average of 99.42. Throughout her high school career, she has taken 6 advanced placement classes, passing each exam with a 4. She is the recipient of the Georgia Certificate of Merit, the class of 2018's Star Student, an AP Scholar, a member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, the Future Business Leaders of America, and Partnership for Success. This fall, she will be attending Agnes Scott College and is a recipient of the Elizabeth Kiss Trailblazer Scholarship from Agnes Scott. I now present to you the salutatorian of the class of 2018, Ms. Wiley Grace Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks, for that lovely introduction. Okay. Fellow graduates, friends, brothers, sisters, and distinguished guests, congratulations. From this day forward, you are officially a high school graduate. You are officially a member of that elite group known as adulthood. Carry on along your journey knowing that Monroe Area High School will forever be a part of you, just as you will forever be a part of Monroe Area. Long after we leave here tonight, these hallways will clamor with the memories that we made. These classroom walls will resonate with the laughter and the tears that we found along our way. We are Monroe Area, and Monroe Area is us. However, more than Monroe Area, we are comprised of the teachings and guidance of wonderful souls. I cannot leave here tonight without saying thank you. I wish to offer my sincerest gratitude to all of the faculty and staff of Monroe. I even wish to extend my gratitude beyond the walls of Monroe Area to that building upon the hill, the Board of Education. Without you, all of you, we would not be here today. We would not deserve to be here today if not for your constant encouragement and inspiration. You are the cornerstone of the future and the backbone of our success. With full earnestness, I thank you. Parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and whoever else may be out there watching us today, I thank you as well. We also would not be here without your continued love, guidance, and support. With full earnestness, I thank you. Class of 2018, wow, what a journey we have been on. We've grown together, we've grieved together, and now we triumph together. Welcome to your future, class of 2018. Make it what you will. You are at the helm. You decide the course. What will it be? It's time to decide, and as you do, I have one thing for you to keep in mind. Flashback. 3 years ago, freshman year, middle of first semester. A 14-year-old student named Sally is heading to her last class of the day, weight training. Unfortunately for Sally, she has to take the stairs. Sally is in a hurry. She has to make it to the locker room and change quickly in order to make it to her class on time. Even more unfortunately for Sally, someone who has gone down the stairs before her has spilled a drink on the stairs. Luckily, Sally notices the spill and moves to avoid it. Unluckily, in her attempt to avoid the spill, Sally diverts her attention a little too much and misses a step. Sally falls, and Sally falls hard. Luckily, the stairwell is practically empty, with only one girl coming down behind her. The girl quickly asks, "Are you okay?" Embarrassed, Sally simply throws a defensive "I'm fine" over her shoulder as she flees the stairwell. I may have lied earlier. Her name wasn't Sally, it was Wiley. Thank you. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would she choose to tell this story? I promise you, there is a moral. In life, you are going to fall. Falling is a part of the learning process. When I fell down those stairs, I learned that falling down those stairs hurts. Believe it or not, falling leads to growth. An infant cannot learn to walk without falling a few times. An infant cannot learn to walk if the first time they fall, they are afraid or they refuse to try again. Here's the thing, class of 2018. It does not matter if you fall. It matters whether or not you get back up. When you fall, never let it be the end. As Mitch Albom states in his novel, The Timekeeper, ends are for yesterdays, not tomorrows. My challenge to you for the rest of your life, always, siempre, toujours, maru, imam. And in however many other languages you need to hear this, always get back up. Thank you.
The valedictorian has the highest average in the graduating senior class. This year's valedictorian has an average of 99.57. Over the course of her high school career, Jessica has taken 8 advanced placement classes, become an AP scholar. She has been a member of the volleyball team for 2 years and is also a member of the Student Council, TSA, Beta Club, and the National Honor Society. Jessica is a recipient of the Zell Miller Scholarship and the Charles D. and Marie Mosley Scholarship. This fall, she will be attending Georgia Tech and plans to major in electrical engineering. I now present to you the valedictorian of the class of 2018, Jessica Ruth Graham.
Distinguished guests, beloved teachers, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates of 2018, good evening. First, I would like to thank our families, friends, and other guests for coming to support us. You have nurtured us from the moment we stepped into Monroe area until today, the day of our graduation. I would also like to thank our teachers, who we are truly blessed to have. They have been thoughtful, patient, supportive, and understanding. They walked us through each step of our high school journey, guiding us in the right direction onto the path to success. Without the help of our parents, teachers, and maybe even other classmates, we would not all be here today. The countdown is almost over. 4 years ago, we stumbled into Monroe area as freshmen excited to escape middle school. Then sophomore year came around, we presented ourselves with new challenges and took one step closer to adulthood as we earned our permits and driver's licenses. Then we became upperclassmen and we could finally see the light at the end of the tunnel as we prepped for our senior year. And finally, senior year arrived and with it adulthood. We applied to colleges, took our last SATs and ACTs, and then waited anxiously for months for our decisions and rejoiced in celebration when we got our acceptances. Then we counted down the weeks, days, and hours until graduation, waiting for Friday to roll around each week. We broke the record for the most tardies as we battled senioritis and finally made it to graduation. Most of us have spent the majority of our lives growing up in the small, close-knit, protective community of Monroe, Georgia. But now as we graduate, the gates of adulthood open up and we enter the next stage of our lives, exposing ourselves to the real world. As you know, the real world has a notorious reputation for being unforgiving. In our own small school and community, we have already had a glimpse of some of its unforgiving nature. It is no secret that we are living in a time of uncertainty and harsh realities. Every day we turn on the news, scroll through social media, and we see the tragedies that people in other parts of the country experience. We see how people end up in unfortunate accidents and end up paying a hefty price for their mistakes and the mistakes of others. We see communities torn apart and divided by political and social beliefs. It's not a fair game out there. Leaving home and the safety of our community is daunting enough. People clamor to find a solution to fix our broken world. I think the solution is much more simple than people might think. If you want to make this unforgiving world a better place, then there is one thing that we should all keep in mind. This world could use a lot more nice people. One of the first lessons in life that we learned in kindergarten is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That lesson is still as relevant now as it was back then. As you go into college, work, the military, or whichever path you choose to take after high school, remember to treat all those you encounter in life with respect and kindness. Build good relationships with people. It might help you in the long run. When you meet someone new, greet them warmly, get to know them, introduce them to your friends, and be more inclusive. Whenever you see a classmate, coworker, or friend, check up on them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them if they are okay. Sometimes you don't need to be able to solve other people's problems or give good advice. Just simply listen to what they have to say and be that friend that they can rely and depend on. Whenever you end up in a heated argument, try to be more open-minded. Look at the problem from their perspective, see what it is they need, and sacrifice something for a compromise. Don't be greedy or selfish. Even when you absolutely despise someone, even when you strongly disagree with their beliefs, opinions, or actions, even when they are blatantly wrong, they treat you terribly, and you can never come to a compromise, act mature, and treat them fairly. Why? Because even if they never apologize or recognize their wrongdoings, it will be okay. It will be okay because they cannot stop you from moving forward and leaving them behind, so you can choose to be happy. Remember that. You make the decision to be miserable, angry, and scared, or happy and proud. People can only take away your happiness from you if you allow them to. Don't let them do that. Don't let them blow your light out. Don't let their actions and attitude affect yours. Don't let them affect the way you treat other people. Don't pass on the negativity. Class of 2018, we are the leaders of tomorrow. It is our responsibility to heal the wounds of society by showing others love and kindness, because that's what this world needs, more kind, caring, and compassionate people to care for future generations, just like what Monroe area and our community has done for us. Thank you.